What's going on, guys? It's Greg from East Coast Dyes, and I'm going to show you some new gloves that I got. So some of you remember posting on Facebook and maybe YouTube about a deal I found on Lacrosse Monkey on some new gloves. They had a couple different types of Dark Horse, I think the Esquire and the Maverik Maybachs. And so I always really liked how the Maverik Maybachs look, but I'll start at the beginning. So I have Brian King 2s. These are the gloves that I play with. I really love these gloves. I don't like the King 3s that much because they've got all that funky King design on here. I wasn't a big fan of it. Too weird looking for me. These are really nice. Just have the pinstripes. So palms are really flexible. I wore these my junior year in college. So I really like these gloves. Good fit, good size, and you can't buy King 2s anymore, I don't think. My hands are going to smell awful now. But you can buy King Super Lights, which are pretty much the same thing, just a little lighter and thinner, and they're like $100. They're a good deal. So I thought about getting those because they're so similar to the King 2s that I like. But I used these my junior year of college. Then my senior year, we switched colors to royal and white, and we got the Nike Vapor Elites, and they're by far my favorite glove on the market. You guys might have seen all the STX colleges were using them this year as an alternate, and they were just sick looking. The Ohio State ones were sweet. The Syracuse Throwback ones are sweet. They all look really nice. The color combinations are awesome, but they're expensive. They're like $160 or something like that. I didn't want to spend that much on gloves because I just play in a men's league, so didn't really need them. But these were in my basement after a game, and I left them kind of wet, I guess, and so they got all moldy, and I had to rinse them off, and so I figured that was a good time to get some new gloves. But so then I found on Lacrosse Monkey they had Maverik Maybachs for sale, and so I picked up a pair of white and black Maverik Maybachs. They were only $70. I thought that was a sweet deal. I always thought they looked really sweet when Stevenson wore them and Washington College wore them and a bunch of other teams. So I wanted a pair of those. Did not cost me a lot of money. I think they might still be on there. You might be able to get them. So what I really liked about the King 2s was they had a good bit of mesh in the palm. These are nice and broken in, so they're really flexible, but when they were new, they weren't that flexible. The cuff rotates really nice. This cuff is nice and flared, so it doesn't restrict my wrist movement. I was a little worried about these because they've got a little bit of a different shape. You can see this has only got, it's just a different cuff shape. This one seems kind of flat and straight up, and the wrist seems really high on it. But I figured I'd give them a try. And so I got them in the other day, and I really like them. The one thing I don't like so far is how tight it is around the wrist here with this wrist strap, so I'll probably tape that up or cut it off completely. Right out of the box, they're really flexible, much more flexible than my King 2s were, and especially the Vapor Elites were a pain to break in. The thumbs are a little bit weird, but most lacrosse glove thumbs are a little weird to start out with, and they really need some breaking in. So they're pretty flexible when you first get them. There's no mesh in the palm. I kind of like mesh in the palm. It's all leather with a couple strips of like grip leather going along here, but it's all leather, so it might get kind of hot. Somebody else mentioned they're really hot because there's no ventilation on the top. You can see the Kings have a vent on the top here. The Maybachs have no vent, but I might end up cutting off this this top cuff right here. It seems to be a little bit high for me. But other than that, I really like them. I'll do a full review on them once I play with them. I'll probably break them in a little bit, just shooting around, use these in my next couple games. So this shark skin thing's kind of cool. I'm not exactly sure what the point of it is, but it's like a soft jelly kind of thing right there. I don't know, maybe it's a contact point that gets hit a lot and needs extra protection. But anyway, I really like them. I'll do a full review when once I've broken them in and played with them a little bit and decide whether I'm going to cut this weird cuff off or not. Probably will, but I might not because that seems kind of unreversible. Might mess things up. But anyway, stay tuned for the full review. Subscribe if you haven't. Throw this video a like if you liked it. And thanks for watching.